Welcome to the video, guys. How are you doing? So yes then, we are back at it again with another Premier League prediction. We had 2 weeks off due to the international break, but we are back, baby. We are back right now. We hate the internationals, apart from the World Cup coming this year, but we hate the internationals. It's finally time for the Premier League to return, and oh boy, we have missed the weekend football, so it's good to be back right now. So welcome to Game Week 9. If you like this video, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Without further ado, let's get straight in with today's video. What a weekend for football this weekend. What a weekend for football. We have three, that is right guys, three local derby matches this weekend. Crazy stuff, man. So yeah, so my last prediction video, I got one correct score. That was Wolves versus Man City with a 3-0 win. So I got one correct score last time out. Let's see how well we can do this weekend. So yes then guys, kicking us off on Saturday afternoon is Arsenal versus Spurs. This is the first derby of 3 this weekend, so damn, what a game to kick us off for the weekend. 12:30 kickoff, Arsenal versus Spurs. This is going to be a great game, so watch out for this game. Spurs are competing really well this season under Conte. Conte is a very underrated manager. He's very good. Obviously, he's from Italian. He likes to play Italian football. Spurs try and play on the counter-attack. And when Spurs played Leicester last week, a few weeks ago, Spurs were counter-attacking Leicester every single time and to win a 6-2. So good win for Spurs. Arsenal beat Brentford 3-0 away from home. So both teams coming away with a fantastic win. I think Arsenal will have the slight edge on this match. Say Son did not score for 19 shots before he scored a hat-trick against Leicester. So Son could be on form right now. He's recently scored 2 on the international break as well. So I don't know guys, it could be a good game, but you know what, I'm going to stick with my mind. I'm going to say an Arsenal win, but a close game, a 2-1 win guys. That is right guys, Arsenal to win 2-1 against Spurs. Next game we have is Bournemouth versus Brentford. So last game before the international break, Bournemouth drew to Newcastle 1-1, and obviously Brentford lost 3-0 to Arsenal. So you know what guys, since Bournemouth have sacked Scott Parker, their record is, they have drew 1, won 1, drew 1. So a great last 3 games for Bournemouth. So you know what, sacking Scott Parker, I thought that would be a downfall for them, but so far they are proving to be an even better side. So fair play to Bournemouth for their recent form. Brentford are currently 9th in the Premier League table, so a good start to the season for Brentford. You know what, I've been really impressed with Brentford. Since losing Ericsson, they have competed with teams. Thomas Frank is a great manager. I do think Brentford will be too strong. Tony is looking on form right now, so if they can keep him scoring goals, they could have a successful season. So due to that, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Brentford. That is right guys, a 2-0 win, Brentford versus Bournemouth. Next game we have is Palace versus Chelsea. Both of these teams have not played a Premier League match since the 3rd of September. That is right guys. Palace's match got called off against Brighton due to Brighton's train strikes, and then obviously the Queen's death also postponed that week. So both teams have not played since 3rd of September, so both teams are coming into this game quite fresh. Palace's last game ended with a 0-0 draw against Newcastle, so good point for Palace there, and Chelsea beat West Ham 2-1. So both teams coming up with some sort of form. They could be nice and fresh, but that could play a downside though guys. That could play a downside. When teams don't play for so long, they get a bit rusty, you know, a bit stale, a bit unfit. But with the international break, you know, players will be fit enough to play in the Premier League. So yeah, since being under management under Vieira, they have looked a very decent side. You know what, they're quite exciting to watch. You know, Chelsea on the other hand are beatable, but they recently got a new manager under Graham Potter. I don't know if that's the right move for Graham Potter. I do not know if that's the right move for Graham Potter. I really don't know, but we shall find out. But Potter has some great things going towards Brighton, but obviously Chelsea coming in for you, it's hard to turn Chelsea down. But we shall see how Graham Potter does. I wish him well, because say he's an English manager. I want him to be a future England manager. You know what? I said that from day one. Graham Potter will be in future England manager. But how we do at Chelsea, we shall find out how he does at Chelsea. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, guys. That is right, guys. A 1-1 draw. Palace versus Chelsea. This will be a great result if Palace can get a draw. Next game we have is Fulham versus Newcastle. So the last game before the international break, Fulham beat Nottingham Forest 3-2. What a game, by the way. They were losing 2-1 and they came back to win 3-2. You know what? Fulham are looking amazing, guys. Honestly, I predicted them to go down this season, but I just can't see it. I just can't see them going down. You know, they look a completely different team what they have done in recent times. So, you know what? Fair play to Fulham, man. They are looking very, very good. What a manager, by the way, Marco Silva is. He's done so well since coming to Fulham. So you know what, Fulham, man, they're looking dangerous. They're looking a dangerous side. And you know what, Mitrovic recently, guys, Mitrovic has scored 4 goals in the last 2 games on international duty. He scored a hat-trick for Serbia the first game, and also he's got a goal. He got a goal this week. He got a goal yesterday, which is Tuesday for us. So yeah, he literally scored 4 goals in 2 games on international duty. And oh man, he looks a completely different player. So if they can keep Mitrovic fit, you know what, I bang about Mitrovic all the time, but you know what, he's a very underrated player. I know, I'd love to see him at Leicester one day, but it's never going to happen right now. But yeah, Mitrovic, man, if Fulham can keep him fit and scoring goals this season, they could be in for a very good season. Newcastle, on the other hand, recently drew to Bournemouth. That was their last game for the international break. So you know what though? Newcastle's form is not great recently. Newcastle's last 5 games have 4 draws, 1 loss. So Newcastle have not won for 5 matches, really. They've drawn 4, lost 1. So say, better than losing 4 points in 5 games. You know what? I bet them losing, but it's not that good. So I think Isak and Bruno are apparently both injured for this game, so that's going to be 2 big losses for Newcastle this weekend. If they can get them fit, then they could be in for a good chance. But they've got one only fit striker. Chris Wood got injured. They've only got 1 fit striker this weekend, if that is the case. That is Callum Wilson. So we shall see how that plans out. But so far they're both injured, Isak and Bruno. So we shall find out what happens to them. But you know what though, guys? I'm going to go for another Fulham win. I can't believe it, man. I predicted Fulham to go down, but so far, yes, still early days, but they are looking very good. So you know what, I'm going to say a 1-0 win for Fulham versus Newcastle. That is right, guys, a 1-0 win, Fulham versus Newcastle. Mitrovic with another goal. I love that guy, man. I love that guy. Anyway, 1-0 Fulham versus Newcastle. Yeah. Next game we have is Liverpool versus Brighton. Liverpool's last game was against Everton, which ended a 0-0 draw. So, and Brighton's last game was against Leicester, which was a 5-2 win. Liverpool, man, you know what? They have not been that great this season. I've got to admit, they're letting too many goals in. Liverpool are beatable this season. I still think they'll finish like top 5, but not the greatest season they've had in a long time. I've got to say, defence is very, very leaky with letting goals in. So we should find out how that plans out. Maybe Klopp's got it all sorted right now. She'll find out. But anyway, Brighton on the other hand, guys. Brighton on the other hand. They were looking good. They were looking fantastic with Graham Potter there. But unfortunately right now, Graham Potter has left. They've got a new manager. I don't really know much about him, really. I don't know much about him. His name, I just did some research. His name is Roberto da Zerba. I think his name is Zerba. I don't know much about him, guys. I can't see how well he is. But you know what? Losing Graham Potter, man, could be a very, very big loss for them. We should find out how they do. But under Graham Potter, guys, they were playing some amazing football. But what does this new guy bring to the table? We don't know until the first game against Liverpool. So you know what? I will be keeping tabs on this game. I will be keeping tabs on this game to see how well Brighton are doing. Because you know what? I do like Brighton. But anyway, I think Liverpool will be too strong for Brighton this weekend, just due to the fact, new manager, new recruitment. You know what? I think it might take a bit of time for Brighton to settle down with their new manager. So on that reason, I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Liverpool. That is right, guys. A 3-1 win, Liverpool versus Brighton. Next game we have is Southampton versus Everton. Last game before the international break, Southampton lost to Aston Villa 1-0. Everton again won 1-0 against West Ham. Southampton's last 5 game form is 1-2, lost 3. But Everton on the other hand, 4 draws, 1 win. Honestly, I think Lampard has got it right now. I think Lampard has finally got Everton right. You know what? I said to you guys, let Lampard have a bit of time. Let him have some time, and he will do some sort of, you know, he will do well. And so far, last 5 games they have not lost. So you know what? I think right now, I think Lampard has finally got something connecting with Everton. So it's nice to see that. It's nice to see that with Lampard. I do like Lampard. You know, a great player back in the day. I think the way Chelsea sacked him was very harsh. But it's nice to see him back at it right now, winning and not losing. So fair play to him. Southampton on the other hand, coming away with 2 losses on the trot. So Everton are on better form than Southampton, but Southampton are a very unpredictable side. You know what? They win a great game against Chelsea and then they go and lose to someone easy. So it's well, there's no easy game in the Premier League, but they do lose a lower team than Chelsea. But you know what? Southampton are very unpredictable. I think both teams will come away with 1 point. That is right. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, guys. That is right. A 1-1 draw for Southampton versus Everton. Next game we have is West Ham versus Wolves. That is right, guys. West Ham have not had a great start to the season at all, have they? The last match they lost to Everton 1-0. West Ham are currently right now 18th in the Premier League, only on 4 points. So on West Ham standards, that is pretty low for them. I thought they'll come out this season and kickstart the season by winning matches, but you know what? They're sitting at the bottom of the table with Leicester and Nottingham Forest. 4 points from 7 games, not great at all. So hopefully they must turn it around, but she'll find out how their season plans out as it goes on. But you know what? By West Ham standards, that is not good enough. Wolves have 6 points from 7 games, and they are only 1 place ahead of West Ham. So if West Ham win this game, they'll go above Wolves. So all to play for in this game. All to play for in this game. So this could be a good game. This could be a good game. Wolves could have Diego Costa playing this match. So be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how well they do. I do think West Ham will be too strong for Wolves, unfortunately. Wolves have a habit right now of letting in too many goals for my liking. So Wolves will struggle to keep the goals out. I think their biggest problem was getting rid of Conor Cody. They loaned him out to Everton, but I think that's a bad idea. Conor Cody is a great defender. So I think getting rid of Conor Cody on loan was a bad mistake by Wolves. But we shall find out how that plans out. But yeah, until Wolves sort their defence, they could be in some serious trouble. But I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win. That's right, guys, a 2-0 win for West Ham versus Wolves. Yeah. Oh boy, here we go, another big derby, and I'm excited for this one. This is Manchester City versus Man United. This does not need any introduction to this match, just apart from Man City are going to win this game. Haaland right now, guys, is an absolute bloody beast. Haaland is a beast. He has scored 11 goals in 7 games. Guys, honestly, man, Haaland looks like... Trust me, Haaland will win the Ballon d'Or. Trust me, Haaland will win the Ballon d'Or in the next couple of years. Honestly, guys, I I love watching this guy. I love watching this guy. He's amazing, honestly. 11 goals in 7 games. He is going to be you know what? If he stays in the Premier League, he could beat Alan Shearer's 260 goals in the Prem record easily. If he stays in the Prem, he will beat it. 11 goals in 7 games. So fair play to Haaland, man. Man City have a great striker in their team right now. Let's talk about Man United though. They recently, their last game before the international break, they beat Arsenal 3-1. And you know what? They've signed Anthony and Casemiro. So 2 very good players for Man United. What I want to talk about right now is Marcus Rashford. Last season, I thought he was finished, but this season he is looking like himself again. So it's great to see Rashford back. You know what? I really rate Rashford. Just a bit of form, wasn't it? You know, just a bit of form was lacking. But yeah, Marcus Rashford might be injured, but he might be coming back. We're not too sure yet on that what happens there, but I think he will be fit for this game. This Manchester derby is always one-sided, with Man City winning every single time in the past couple of years. But I think now Man United are coming up on upper hand with their new manager Ten Hag and signing some good players. So, but I do think it's going to go one way again. I do think it's going to be a one way. I think Man City will win this game, a 3-1 win. That is right, guys. I think Haaland will get a couple of goals. Maybe Foden. But yeah, I think this is going to be a 3-1 win, guys. I just can't see any team beating Manchester City right now. 3-1 Manchester City versus Manchester United. Go down to the last 2 games of the weekend. Leeds versus Aston Villa. This game is going to be full of goals, trust me, full of goals. Both teams are capable of scoring goals and also letting in goals. So this could be an end-to-end stuff. This match right now is going to be a quick prediction because you know what? This game will not need any breaking down. Just both teams attack. So yeah, it's just you know what though? It's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw, guys. That is right. 1 point each. 2-2 draw. Leeds versus Aston Villa. So right there, guys, we are down to the final game right now, and oh my god, this is the one I've been dreading the most. You guys know your boy is a Leicester fan, and let me tell you right now, we have Nottingham Forest. Leicester versus Nottingham Forest. So that is right, guys. Your boy is super nervous for this match. Fun fact for you. Leicester and Notts Forest have not played in the Premier League against each other since 1999. That is right, guys. 23 years since both teams have played against each other in the Premier League. So this is going to be, guys, you just imagine how crazy this match is going to be. A local derby, Midlands clash. Boy. It's going to be so nervous. So, right, let's break down some of these analysis on this match. Leicester have 1 point, guys. That is right. 1 point in 7 games. They have lost 6 on the trot. And Forest are also coming up to a 4-game loss form. So both teams, guys, are sitting in 20th place and 19th place. And can't believe it. This is going to be this is a crucial match, guys. I'll say it right now. Brendan Rodgers of Leicester is still in charge of Leicester. I thought he would get sacked after the loss against Spurs 6-2 before the international break. But guys, your boy was waiting online, on Twitter, on Facebook all day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Nothing happened, and it comes back that Top, who is Leicester's chairman, has given Rodgers more time. I thought Rodgers was a goner, guys, but he's somehow still in charge of Leicester, and I think what, that could come back to bite Leicester. And I'll say this right now, guys. I say it right now. It just hurts me. But I think if Leicester lose this game against Forest, and then it's written on the wall for Leicester for relegation. I'm sorry, but if we lose this game, Leicester are officially relegated. I know it's only 8 games in, 7 games in, or whatever. But if we lose this game, we are 100% relegated. I promise you that right now, guys. So yeah, so this game is a big game for both teams. This game right now is the biggest game for both teams in a while. 23 years, guys, it's been since these two played against each other in the Prem. So your boy's excited, but I'm also nervous because say if we lose this game, guys, then your boys Leicester City is relegated. And I'm dreading them words right now. I am dreading them words. But you know what? Forest, on the other hand, are on the 4-loss losing streak. A bit like Leicester on the 6. Last time playing against each other, Forest beat Leicester in the I think it was FA Cup 4-1. I turned it off after about 60 minutes. So I don't know what the final score was. I think it was 4-1. But yeah, that was the last time Leicester played against Forest and they lost in the FA Cup. So guys, this game could not be for me, guys. Right now, this is the biggest derby this weekend. Forget Arsenal and Spurs. Forget Man City and Man United. Leicester and Forest is the one you need to watch. There could be some trouble down at the King Power Stadium. If Leicester lose, they're gonna be some massive trouble down at the King Power. Apparently, they're hiring more cops to come out and protect this game. Because honestly, guys, I say right now, if Leicester lose, then the scene's going to be ugly for Leicester City manager. Trust me, it's going to be ugly for the King Power right now. So yeah, guys, but you know what though? I'm going to stick to my team. I'm going to stick to my... That's biased, man. That's biased, I know. But I'm going to stick with my team. I'm going to say a 2-0 win, guys. That is right. A 2-0 win for Leicester versus Forest. Please, boys. Guys, see my face right now, my voice. Your boy's so goddamn nervous. But yeah, guys, I'm excited, guys. This is Monday night. So, guys, please sit down. If you've got Sky Sports or anything like that, or Beats, I think it's on Sky Sports. If you've got Sky Sports, please sit down and watch this game. And if you're watching that game, tweet me right here. My name is @JakeBroadwell2. Tweet me, wind me up or whatever. But yeah, so that is right, guys. Leicester to win 2-0 against Nottingham Forest. That is it, guys. That is my Game Week 9 Premier League prediction this week. So let me down below if you agree with any of my decisions and any of my predictions. And yeah, 3 derby matches this weekend. But forget the Spurs and Arsenal. Forget the Man City and Man United. Watch the Leicester versus Forest. It's going to be an absolutely ballistic, mental game. But anyway, guys, by the way, your boy's filming this Leicester versus Notts Forest game. You'll see me go ballistic. So you know what? Stay tuned, guys, for next Tuesday where I upload this Leicester versus Forest game. We'll see how it plans out. But yeah, it's gonna be a nervous game. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Good, and good night, guys.